Okay, can you hear me now? Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Somebody said they cannot hear me. I'm very deeply sorry. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh my word. Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, just type 111 on the chat box, please. If you can hear me now, please kindly type 111 on the chat box. Sorry. If you can hear me, please kindly type 111 on the chat box if you can hear me now. Sorry about that. I never knew that I've been talking to myself. Sorry for my studio. So you can hear me, please kindly type 111 on the chat box very quickly. If you can hear me, type 111 on the chat box. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Willie, for notifying me. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So quickly, let me just return back and do summary of what I've done for us. I'm very deeply sorry because I never knew that I was not being heard. All right, so let's quickly go back. I was trying to explain that what we represent before I go into the market and explore one or two things. So I'm going to be very quick and fast about it. Okay. Now, so let's quickly go. Welcome to Plan B Express. Plan B Express is known for something very important. We have a goal. Our goal is how to give people financial freedom in 5 years period. And now, so how you're able to take it in 5 years, and the routine is that if you're unable to get it in 5 years, you have room for what we call rolling plan. You have rule for what is called rolling plan, but I don't expect and I don't pray for you to have a rolling plan. So how do you achieve it? We have step by step in our platform on how you can follow that. If you have been if you're a subscriber already and you have not printed that document out, please kindly do print it out. We have step by step of what to do from the beginning. Right now, we're running a 90 days challenge. What you are doing in the first 30 days, and what you are doing the second 30 days, and what you are doing the third 30 day, making 90 days, and what you are now doing from the third month, that is stepping into the fourth month to the 12th month, the first 1 year, and what you're supposed to be doing in after 1 year to the next third year, and what you are supposed to do in the fourth year to the 50 years before you gain yourself. Be intentional about what we're showing you. Be very intentional. So quickly, we say, so if that is the case, we have a vehicle. So if that's our goal as an ecosystem, we have a vehicle called platform called Plan B Express Cash Flow Systems. Because the whole essence is that to build a financial freedom, you need a cash flow. That's the truth. Just like what the scripture talked about, build your field before you can build your house. So that is, there's a need for you to have a running flow that will be coming. So most time people just, okay, let me build my house and so that I have a roof over my head. If you have your business place is not built to generating income, you are just wasting time. That your house is a liability. So what we expect is that, so we create a threefold system called a passive investing, an active income, and then affiliate or residual income. So if that's the case, but please, we give this disclaimer: exploring global financial market, because that's where we dwell. Everything that has to do with finance is where we dwell. How to explore, make profit from the market, how we buy and hold, how we trade, and all of that. So expect and understand that financial market, including forex, crypto, synthetic stocks, all manner of financial instrument, had some level of risk because they are highly volatile. The price can go up and down, and so understand it. And please, what we're now saying is simple, that you need to consult your certified financial advisor before investing in any financial instrument. Plan B Express, that's PBX Classful Solution Club, is an educational platform and it's not liable for any individual trading loss. Now, listen, this is not to deny you of the fact that it's a very good business, but just to be aware, understanding the legal requirement in the financial market. Okay, so now we say tenfold of activities you are going to be embodying with. But I know the first three, the predominant aspect is that how do I make money as I started? Either you have much knowledge or not, how do I start making money? Number two, how do I now actively participating to make more money? Number three, how do I now cement money to be continue to make money even when I'm not working again? Because that's the power of leverage. If you are not leveraging, you cannot be wealthy. That's the truth. So we have all of this, and quickly before, because of the time, and then we're not hearing the voice. So we have decentralized automated investments where you can make money every month, every day to every month, maybe from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%. Not Ponzi scheme, not giving Felix money to hold and be returning back to you. We have a lot of gimmicks in the system, in crypto, in forex, in stock. I was telling, so take note. There are going to be much scams in the stock environment, especially in Nigeria, Africa, and all of that. In this 2026, 2027, let me tell you why. People now are going to be arranging so many things because not many people know about stock before, or they have passive. Oh, no. Is it very, very a kind of far knowledge about stock? I know what I suffer explaining, educating people. Two things that give me so much trouble, even the three. Forex markets, to educate and enlighten people, they see that say forex scam or whatever, Yahoo people, that's people of Nigeria most time. Crypto, oh, it's a scam, online scam, Ponzi scheme, and all of that. But you cannot blame people who have such assertion because that's what they could see. Now they see that most people who get involved in it, they do some kind of waste live and all of that. The truth of the matter, they are not investing. So some can scam from people, but for the fact that they are scamming people does not mean that this is not a good place to actually build wealth. Okay. Then we have the stock market. Oh, the worst. I've done a lot of training in different places that once I mentioned stock, capital market, they say, no, this nonsense. I invested in 27 years ago and nothing came out of it. I don't even know where my sales are. Now it's okay. Where's your stock certificate? I don't even know where it is. Do I even know the company I bought with and all of that? These are part of it. Your ignorance is actually not the system, it's yourself. You fail to be literally learning. You need to be literate about finance. I teach more about personal economy and social capital. And so most of us work with corporate system, and but yet our personal economy is at jeopardy. How will you know? When most of our uncles, our brothers and fathers retire from their active job, they just retire literally to nothing because there was no plan. And I always tell people is that the best time to make plan for your plan B is where your plan A is active. So enough of that anyway. So we diversify into stock market, into crypto, and then fixed income system like treasury bills and all of that. So yeah, no. But if I tell you what stock I've done since 2023 now till now, in fact, if you have not been investing in anything stock, both local and international stocks since 2023 till now, you miss it because there is always a boom in each sector. That's in each segment of the market. You have crypto boom, you have forex boom, you have. So we are facing forex boom, for instance, because of the advent of what do we call it, prop firm. So we are facing a lot of boom in different market sectors. But if you miss it, you'll come to a time when it's now people are relaxed, spending the one they have made. That's when you say, "Let me come in." No, that is FOMO. So we diversify a lot and all of that. This is an example of Nigerian stock. Many people say, "I'm nothing good in Nigeria." You are lying. You're lying. What you don't know is definitely your elder brother. Your darkness is not that there's no light, it's because of your ignorance. Many of us are not ready to learn, to even understand how does it work. Now, do you know that in 3 months, this same thing you are seeing here, move from here to this point, doing over 289, almost 300% in 3 months. That means recording 100% each month. So imagine you put in ₦1 million into it. So that means times two in 3 months. That's mean you have made additional 1 million. I'm just using an example. Does it happen like this every time? No. But we said opportunity abound. You have a lot of opportunity available. Now, this same thing I'm expecting a reversal because I'm going to show you on the chart because it has moved above this up to this point. From this level where we got in back again, has done another 89% in this January. 89% only in this January. Yes, you heard that. Now, this is a foreign stock that we bought, and then we were talking. I said, okay, if you invest in a place, and in 1 or 2 months, you have done 21%. That's a massive profit. That is a massive profit. I'm not talking about Ponzi scheme. And please let me tell you something. Anyone who is inviting you to a platform and say, bring your money, put on our platform, we add boat to it. Any boat, any AI system, EAs, that is not going to be working on an existing broker or exchange where you can connect from the interface of the EAs or the interface of the robot into your exchange. Let me use a practical example. If anyone now in crypto tells you that we are using robots to trade, you say, okay. And he said, so you can invest with us. You need to ask, how does it work? He's going to tell you that, okay, you need just first ask him, say, you have a robot that trade crypto. Oh, fine. Which broker can I connect with it? He said, no, we don't connect with broker. Just go away. Now, it doesn't matter how much they are paying. Be very careful. It's just it's just somebody back office. It's going to somebody's cold wallet, and they keep giving you audio money on the space. The time they are tired, they pack off and they go away. That's the truth. So it has to be that I'm in Bybit. Maybe you have Bybit or Binance, and somebody say I'm going to connect both. Like there's a boat I've been using for more than 7 to 9 years now. It's called 3Commas boat. 3Commas is not going to ask me to come and deposit my money on their platform for them to trade for me. No. So you now ask the person, how do you connect with my exchange? You say, no, you don't need that. No, it's not necessary. You are not going to go for that. Go for a robot that's going to say, okay, I'm trading from my own remote. I will connect with your broker. You are in charge of your money. My strategy will be trading for you. When we make money, that will share, or however you are going to pay me, they have device of that. But if it's going to be you put in a lump on platforms and they're paying you ROI, claiming that it will show you how our trade have been running, you are lying. I've this is my 20 something years in this space. I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. So I'm just giving you small of my own little experience in this space. Okay. Now, so this is crypto. This money was made in 3 days. But does that happen every time? No. Since that time now, has market moved up very well? No. Market is still sloping, even though Bitcoin jack up. I was telling you guys yesterday, if you attend my weekly update, you see I'll talk. All right, guys. Sorry about that. There was interruptions and power failure here, and so, okay. So let's quickly return back to where we were, and then what I was telling us about this opportunity, and then why we need to be very serious and careful too, because, like I said, we will talk about Ponzi in Ponzi in forex, and all of that. And I was just telling us that we're going to be having a lot of Ponzi on the stock market because not everyone know much about stock market and the hype around it is so much now, and people are going to fall victim very, very well. People are going to fall victim, so be very careful. The best you can do for yourself is to enlighten and educate yourself. Please, if you can hear me, just type one on the chat box. If you can hear me live and direct, please kindly type 1111 on the chat box. If you can hear me, please, for the interruptions. If you can hear me, just type one on the chat box. I think you can hear me live and clear. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, like I was saying, so you can see the diversification. Um, All right, so you can see the diversification in crypto, in stock, and all of that. So I talk about dividend. So you didn't hear about dividend. I say we get dividend and all of that. I was telling us about how much somebody buy so many years back on MTN. So if you buy MTN in 2019, 2018, 2019, 2020, right now, if you use 1 million to buy stocks of share in 2020, right now, capital gain should be an average of about your capital gain should be an average about 3 point something million right now. Yeah, yeah, should be. Yeah, that should be 3 point something million right now. Oh yes, about 3 point something million right now. That's the capital gain alone, not with the equity. The capital gain alone, not with the startup. All right. So now, then Amplify Trading Fund, you can trade. You have so many means of making money. So we have tools. Now, there's something we have seen, and I mean personally, I've seen, and you too, you agree with me. Now, we give signals. The signals are good, but there's something different here is the signal. What the hybrid of signal now is called auto-generated personal auto-generated, and this can be made possible in scanner. Example: Look at how some of our scanners work. Now, this is Bitcoin, 1 hour time frame. And this scanner say buy Bitcoin at the price of about $87,000. And now travel till this point when they ask you to sell. That was a very massive one. So you can see buy, sell, buy, sell. I can tell you that this scanner work about 80 to 90% accuracy. The only thing that there are rules you need to obey, and it works for both stock market, crypto market, and forex market. So you can trade gold, you can trade anything with rest of mind. This is stock. This is new stock. Of course, having trade war, China, America, China, trade war, and all of that. So this is stock. Look at. So imagine when you bought here and it asked you to sell here, or perhaps you haven't bought before. And if it's to trade like a future or CFD now, you see the sell here, massive. And that's one of the things you need to know. So now, going forward, we have a lot of opportunity that you can diversify into. So I was explaining here before I was interrupted. I said here that this point, okay, let's do an example. Look at power of leverage and opportunity. And I know many of us don't know that even the forex you trade, when you go to your broker and you are opening your MT5, and they say 1:500, and you click, what you have said and agree with is that this is a broker, I'm depositing $1, but give me room to do business of $500. That's what I mean by leverage. Okay, if it's 1:1,000, oh, this broker, I'm depositing $1 into your platform, but please borrow me more to be able to do business of $1,000. That's what you mean. And that's what I mean by leverage. Now, so here, additional things that will now have what we call liquidity leverage. So liquidity leverage is that there are some platform we partner with, and the broker will allow you. So let's use an example. You have $1,000 to put into an investment automation. We run automation, we'll run separate automation, both the one amplified and non-amplified. Now, if you put $1,000 in the non-amplified, so what you're going to have is that, let's say we do 3% in a month. 3% in a month, that means you're going to have $30. Is it bad? It's not bad. 3% a month is not a bad investment at all. But the point is that the kind of money you are looking for is not a last type of return you are looking for. And that's why most of you jump into Ponzi scheme. But we have a solution for you. You don't need to run into any Ponzi scheme. Now, but we now have a solution that's okay. You can actually go and request for amplification, which is like leverage up to 12 times. And so 12 times of this, so that means the money you funded, your $1,000 is going to be $12,000. So assuming you do 3% on that, that will be 360, not even 330, not even 150. So that means even this $30 is not equating small back of this. Now, but the good news is that we now have privilege. I don't know when this privilege is going to close, that you can times 2 of this same 12x, making it 24x. Meaning, if that is what you have access to, and that's what we are running now, if that's what you have access to, then that means you're going to have your $1,000 amplified into $24,000. So $24,000. Imagine doing 3% on it. That means instead of 360, it's going to be 720. Now, if it's 720, that means you have done 72% of your $1,000. That's going to give $720. Then 30% of it is given back to the strategist, which is one of it we have is called New FX. We have New FS, we have Sonic AI. So this is one of the massive things we'll talk about. So Sonic FS are part of the things we partner with, and that can give you this. But please take note. We don't know when the privilege of 24S will close, but 12S, of course, will still be there. And it's still not a bad one, but taking advantage. So see how people are running. This is part of the money available on someone's dark office, not me. So because not personal money, but people who have come in. So look at direct deposit of people who have maybe are personally invited to the system. This is not amplified money. Direct deposit, $76,000. All right. Deposit of indirect, $2.7 million. Total deposit, $2,870,000. Now, if this trading is going on, I'm going to be earning another thing called residual income. Not money of these people. As profit is made, there's a way it's being shared, and I will be giving part of it. That's what we mean by the residual income. You can see how so look at one of the platforms we use, so Neo. Look at Neo. From March of 2025 till November 2025, this is the percentage Neo have done. The lowest we recorded was 1.76%. Now, the month of November was 2.5%. Now, let me explain to you quickly. The highest was this. That was too big. Now, this are 4 point. So you may not understand this. Now, the leverage and the opportunity we're having is that look at this 2.5. So 2.5 of what? Of my $1,000? No. My $1,000 is being amplified to 24x. That is to say, I have $24,000. So 2.5%. So even it's not 24,000 I'm having. So just say leverage 2.5% times 24x. Those of us who are trading future, you know what it means. If Bitcoin moved by 2% and you are trading and use 50x, that means you have done 100% of your money. That's the definition here, as simple as possible. And you see this massive thing. So imagine this 5.33% multiplied by 24 is going to be 127%. And let's say you put in $100,000. That means your $100,000 have done additional $127,000. So 30% is taken from it. You have about $89,000 plus as your own net profit because you have to pay profit share. Now, this is another one. We use these two. Why do we use it? They are conservative and consistent strategically. This is a bit lower, but fantastically consistent. Look at the month of January 2025 to December 2025. Or lowest we did was 0.68% in December. So if you multiply that, just say 0.65 multiplied by 24, you are still going to arrive at almost 20%. I just checked one of my accounts that was connected on the 12th of November. So that 12th of December will be 1 month. 12th of this month, making 2 months. That has done 42%. Yours truly. Okay? Now, these are different crypto strategic this thing. Slowly moving. But of course, you can be rest assured. Your money is not being deposited here. Your money is in your Bybit. And then you can connect and still be making money. Or Bybit or Binance or whatever. Now, I'm showing us all of these to you to understand when people are calling you, hey, come and put your money, then ask them, is it going to be decentralized? So now this is a summary of our whole thing. We have passive investment hub, so copy trading automation of 6 different strategies in our forest, combined with synthetics and crypto, 24x and VIP Connect, stock recommendations, crypto, spot trading, and staking. Like I talked about staking, I did on Bybit. You may not do staking, all of those Ponzi scheme staking. Do staking on established platforms. So even if it's 2%, you know you make 2%. Land banking and fixed income system from money market. Okay. Now I just try to show you all of these. Then active career income. So trading with Signal, scanners, then residual income. Plan B Express run affiliate of 20%. If you refer anybody, subscribe, you make 20% and all of that. So now this is how it is. We have subscription fee, membership fee of $150 per year. That means you are paying less than $1 per day. Yeah. Then we have 6 months membership. If you cannot pay $150, you have $100. Then if you cannot do that, you can do 3 months membership, which is $60, and then you can do $30 monthly membership. Now, maybe you even have money. So let me give a trial and see how these guys work. So maybe you now say, okay, let me even give a try and see how these guys works. If they are lying, so you can say, okay, let me just do 1 month subscription. Now let me quickly show you something about what I've just explained to you very, very well. Now, if you look at it in trading, trading is a very powerful stuff, but not everybody can trade. And that's why we have scanners. So look at it. This is a scanner that will give you where to buy, where to sell, and so many things. Oh, yes. Now look at this. This is gold. Those of you trading Forex, this is gold, right? Now, this gold, it asks us to sell here. This 1 minute time frame for scalpers. It asks you to sell from here. So if you take it from here, so taking from here to this point to where it asks you to buy. So let's even say here, we have a measurement we use. This is about 80 pips. Now, we always tell people if you are scalping, you don't need to stay in the market too much because you're only tapping it and going out, tapping it and going out. These are scanners that are so powerful that you can do what we call self-generated signals for yourself. Yesterday, when I was doing analysis on a market update, I was telling us about that the market, the gold was going to be bullish. As at that time, many of us, you know where gold started today? When market opened? Market started open from here, down here. So because market was about 4,509. And then as at the time I said it, look at the movement. That means gold today, straight up, gold did about 860 pips. Then this scanner tell you to sell. Look at the sell, another massive profit. Now, you don't need to over-labor yourself. Yes, on our platform, we have Signal. But maybe when the time we are going to send Signal, imagine maybe we'll send Signal around 3 a.m. Nigerian time, and that's the time you are snoring. So does that mean you will not make money for the day? You will make. So we have self-generated signal scanner that you just set up. We put you through how to use it, and then you're going to make money. Now, outside that, it's not all. You have other means of generating more income. I've just mentioned about the passive system now. Now, look at the stock. Let me just go over here. Look at the stock. Stambik. Even yesterday, I told us some stock. If you go and check the stock now, it has pumped. So stock now turned to be like cryptocurrency. Okay, so look at what I was saying. I said this stock need to come down. So look at it so that you don't get it twisted. Can you see now? This guy already told you that this guy have tried, because he moved up last week, and I knew that it's going to be correcting this week to 1,700. The all-time high was 1,845 naira per shares. This is like US 30. Those of you who trade. Now, this was our entry, which is like a support zone. And then we found the first entry that I was just telling you that when we took the first entry, that was the month of September, if I'm not mistaken, the month of September, very far off here. So because let me go on daily time frame so that you can see properly. So that was around month of September, something like that, thing from here to this point. Yeah. So, okay, that's about 300 and something percent from September. Okay, so that means I'm even cutting it. September till, what is it? To December, September to December, September 22nd. So October, November, December. December didn't reach, this was December what? December 9th. So not to 3 months, but let's call it 3 months. That's about 358%. Now, if you do 358% in 3 months, that's more than 100% each month. That's massive. And then look at where they say sell. So that's why I said the scanner we have, you don't need to know too much. Just understand the basic rules. We have rules we give to you on what to follow, what to obey in following them. Then you can see that on 4-hour time frame, already giving us that, hey, these guys need to be selling and all of that. Now, guess what? I told us about Jaiz Bank yesterday, though those people who are in our ecosystem already bought. And as at the time I came, look at it. When I was talking about them to buy, at the first time I bought Jaiz was less than, no, was 1.2 naira per shares. Now, eventually, when I asked some people to buy, was 4 naira per shares, right? Was 4 naira per share, something like that. Look at it. Last year, March, was still around 2-something naira per shares. Now, as at the time I was talking last week or Sunday, was about 5-something naira. So as I was waking up today, I saw that it has crossed to 6 naira, 6.1 naira. Now, for anyone who must have bought Jaiz Bank, as at the time I sent it the previous day, that's last week or something on our group. If I check, I will know the date. So that means you have done, wow, that's crazy. Now, let me just check. I remember we sent it a stock recommendation on the group. There are many of them, not only, so I say some local stock, Zenith Bank, Wima Bank, Jaiz Bank was even number 4. Okay. So let's look at it. Let's look at something. Let me go to 4 hours. I just want to show you something. That was on the 5th. It was on the 5th. You go and check what's on the 5th. Somewhere here. On the 5th. Okay. So on the 5th, let's take on the 5th here. To where it is now, 28 to 30%. 5th to 12th. If the person is in emergency need of money, because I'm not selling now, I'm holding for some time. My target was that if you do 10 naira, then I'll take profit. But is it bad? So I always tell people to establish the purpose of what they are doing per time so that you will not follow another person's purpose. Because it is very terrible to become victim of someone's ideology. So you have to define what exactly are you looking for. Right. So these are few of the stocks. There are so many of them. And I shouted and talked so much about, can I still buy? Why not? It's a stock. And then even if you pull back, you have your money, it's still secure. It's not Ponzi scheme. You are not investing to platform that are going to be coming and tell you story tomorrow and all of that. Now, you ask me, Felix, what are the risks associated with all of this? We have told you it's volatile. So we saw fixing. You can see it got to 73 naira. But this is the same stock I recommended for people at 9 naira, number one, at 12 naira, number two, at 15 naira. In fact, when it got to 20 something naira, I talk about it. When it fly to 42 naira at two people, and it corrected back to 36 naira. So now I'm just showing you all of this, that these are how stocks. Now, RKT, this is a foreign stock. There was some announcement that came that pushed it up. So you can see what I was giving them to target was 21%. And then some of them 11% because they did, some of them that didn't enter on time, 11%. Now, if you look at it now, from that 21% that I was talking about, that means it's almost 30%. That's a foreign stock in dollar. So let's say you use $1,000 to buy this stock, and then 30%, that's $300 already. Oh, yes. And then you can do everything, take out your money, and you're cool. Now, so imagine if this stock up capacity, please don't put the trigger on my head if it doesn't happen. My target, this stock can do about $45 or previous all-time high before now. Yes. So can I hold? Well, me, I'm taking some profit and I'm still holding. I think I check here. So this is about $42. So if it's going to go to $40, so let's look at it. Is it a guarantee? No, please. It's not a guarantee. So nothing is guaranteed. The only thing that is sure and whatever change is gone. So, so look at it, 120-something%. So imagine you put $1,000, even if you stay for 1 year and you do times 2 of it with rest of mind, I think it makes a whole lot of sense, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why we always encourage people to settle down and let us build money-making machine together. Now, so in an active trading, yesterday I was telling us that Euro USD was going to be pumping, and then USD GBP USD2 was going to be moving and all of that. And you could see what happened as the market opened today. It was massive. Gold. For anyone who attended my seminar, my weekly market update yesterday, you should be in money. Oh yeah, you should be in money. Look at it. The market regress here, and then we have a pump. So the market was already indicating, of course, there's something we define here you may not understand. So maybe return back to the demand zone. And then so the market pumped crazily to where we are now. That's about how many pips? 72 pips. So imagine you use one standard lot. So one standard lot because it's currencies. Because if you look at it, let's invariably look at it practically. Now, this has been given a kind of entry and all of that. So if you are using your auto-generated, but even when I talked about it yesterday, so you are using that. And then, so that's how many pips? About 14 point something pips as your stop loss. So if I'm going to 1:2 risk reward, it's already done somewhere here. So if I'm going to just be working on until you give me out or going to this, these are PBSP, PBXP. So it's a strategy and language in Plan B Express Cash Flow Solution Club. So if this is this, so that means I was going to do about 40 to 50 pips. So if I'm going to do 40 to 50 pips, and that means I will say, okay, 14, let's say 15 pips now. 15 pips. So if I go down here, so look at it. And so let's say I have a rule. So if you are trading, let's say if you are trading account of, so a trading account of, let's say $2,000. So let's say $2,000 is your money, or let's say $3,000. So $3,000, you are risking like for 5% of it. And the pips, your loss, your stop loss is this. Let's calculate. So just one standard lot, because you are exposing $150. So you are using 5% of your money, $150 to 3,000. It's not a bad one. That's about 5%, 150. So stop loss is 15 pips. And so 15 pips, that's 15 pips by $10. That's 150. And now it does 50 pips. So 50 pips times $10, that will how much if you wait for that? So let's look at it. So that's about 50, that's 10. So 50 multiplied by 10, that would be $500. That's for $500. Does that mean your $3,000 now, you're having additional, how much? Additional $500. Now, so imagine you understand what we do what we call power of this year. So if you're doing power of this year, you have taken the first year profit at this year 1, and then risk reward, and then you are still in trailing your stop loss. So trailing your stop loss, this is just a pullback. If you look at this market, it's already generating forces and volume or momentum going up. So that means you have a target of this market going back to about 1.1750, whatever. So imagine if you're going to trail this market up to that point. So that's going to give you, at the end of the day, maybe if it's tomorrow, whatever. So that's going to be 125 pips. Now, so this is what we call financial vehicle. So this is what we call instrument for investment vehicle. And so we do this as much as possible to maximize income opportunity. So, ladies and gentlemen, in trading, both sports, the crypto, the stock, it is very simple way, but you just settle down to obey our simple instruction so that you can be in money. So a lot of friends have asked me, hey, because I want to give money, I say, I, Felix, will not take money from you to help you to trade. No, I don't like that. Now listen, what is the danger of if you give money to Felix? Yeah, does that mean Felix is not going to be sincere to your money? It's not about that. And after all, how guarantee? What's the guarantee you have that Felix is going to be sincere with your money? If Felix just have Holy Spirit in him, is it the Holy Spirit? So money has a spirit, and that's what I tell people. See, listen, when you give people money, I'm not saying you are going to always have time, but when you give people your money, maybe you say, "Oh, this guy is a forex guru," or "This guy is a this." It's going to limit your growth. Just understand that it's going to limit your growth. Why? What do I mean by that? So does that mean I cannot do copy trading? We are doing it. But that's why I still mention and I maintain the standard that you shouldn't just only keep your money in automation, because automation, okay, I'll just show you an example. Last month, okay, okay, like today now, if I check my, I've checked my, what's it called? I've checked my Sonic AI. Sonic AI has traded this today. Let me just find a way to log in and see that. Sonic AI has traded today. Let's look at it. So on tag market. Just a moment. Just a moment. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something. Okay, let's go. Okay, so just a moment. I want to log in and show you something. What this guy has done today. Okay. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Okay. So now let me show you something now about this guy. So today, these guys, today, maybe they found a favorable trade. They've taken a trade today. I saw it and I made money, but it can be very small fraction, a little drop of water. Look at it. Oh, they've traded again. Please. I think I saw, wow. Woo, the two have traded. So Felix say, how do you know? I know. Look at it. These guys last week. Let me quickly explain one thing to you that probably you may not understand. These guys last week, the total ROI they've done, because if you look at it, the total ROI they've done as at last week, because they have stayed, all right? These guys have stayed how many? Let me show you. These guys have stayed trading activities, okay? In trading activities, they have stayed 72 days. Look at their chart. Massive. Okay, they lost a trade. Okay, they must have lost a trade today because it was 13 total loss. Now, 104 win. That means if you calculate this together, 14 plus 104, that would be how many? 108 trades. 108 trade has been taken, and then they won 104 and lose 14. That's crazy. But let me tell you the secret of this guy. Highly conservative, strategic, they don't rush. They may take one or two trades for a day, they are done, and it's capping. Let me show you why. How? Look at it. Look at trade. They lost a trade because I knew. So they lost the trade. Perhaps look at it, they bought gold and maybe sold. But look at the trade. Look at the loss. How much? $2.24. Very insignificant. Now let's look at it. This is today is what? 12th. So they traded, so they won half, they won half and lose half, because this is The last trade was on the 9th. So they got this and won. So they lost one trade. So they won this. Like, let's go. You can see how they have been trading, and they only trade gold. This is how they have been doing a little drop of waters, and they have been making the money. So quickly, let me just show you back. Now, you see that in these 72 days, what does that mean? What it means is that these guys have done 46.80%. So what is the implication? If you have been with these people for the past 72 trading days, 46.80 multiplied by 24 will be your own result, because they are trading on the amplified money. So that means you say 24 multiplied by 46.80. That's about 1,123%. So if you have invested $100 on this platform, guys, and connect this strategy, if you have logged into this broker and connect your account, you will have done 1,123% in 72 days. Let's call it 4 months because of the weekend. Let's call it 4 months. So 4 months, 1,000 plus. Are you kidding? With $100, that's amazing. Now let's look at the second guys. Look at the second guys. These guys now, I've seen they have traded because the last percentage I saw in them was 25.53. Now it's 26.02. Let's click. These guys only trade Euro USD. And if market does not move well, you will see them trade. I respect them. And I told a lot of friends that you need to learn from strategies. Now, look at these guys. They have traded how many days? 50 days. They only have 12,040 people following them. You can see the most copied was the other guys. Now, look at it. Out of, so this 43, that means they are taking 50 trade. Invariably, they are trading one trade per day. Sometimes they don't trade in 2-3 days. If setup is not fantastic, they don't. Now, so look at it. So that what it means is that 26.06 multiplied by 24. If you are on that 24, so that is 20 what? 24 as 26.02 multiplied by 24. So that means if you have been with these guys for the past 50 days, you have done 624%. But if you're on 12x, it will be divided by 3, or divided by 2. That means for the past 50 days, you have done 312%. That's not bad. 50 days, let's call it 3 months. That means you have done 100% every month, almost every month. That's what it means. Okay, so now quickly look at this. So look at it. Let me go to trade. You'll see that they have traded today. You can see now they have made $4.88. So look at the last trade. So you see that on the 8th they traded, on the 9th they traded, on the 7th no trade, on the 6th they traded, on the 5th they traded. Can you see that? So this is massive. So this year, this was 2025. This was 2025, December 29. The first trade they took, this is December 31st. So the first trade they took this year was on the 5th. On the 5th. The second trade was on the 6th. The third trade you have funds that are following them, it's about 10 point something million copying them. Oh yeah. So you have seen what I'm saying. That so when we have passive strategy with device means to have different system to back us up and then make a lot of money, diversify, spread tentacles. Look at these that most copied. 44,000 people copying this. They didn't declare the asset. I'm sure it will be so bogus, but for security reasons. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the super, super amazing opportunity I have for you guys, that when you are looking at this market and when you are looking at how to diversify and take advantage, we buy coin, we buy stock, we buy, and then being charged by ourselves, not giving your money to any funny group of people that are going to tell you story tomorrow. You just need to be involved by yourself. So you make money. We have different scanners, guys. We have different scanners that can help you to scalp. You can scalp, taking trades, small trade, to do like 30 pips, 20 pips, and we teach you, we show you how to go about those capping. Trust me, we teach you how to go about those capping. If it's just to be making 20 pips, 30 pips, we show you how to do that. We have different scanners that have fantastic accuracy that you are going to use in scalping the market. Are you following? Scalping the market is very, 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 when I mean very, 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 very simple. Very simple to scalp the market and make money. So, but you just need to obey simple rules. Then still buying stocks and then benefiting from uh the, the market. And then same thing when you are diversifying. Like I told people, I said, don't expect gold to crash now. Don't. I predicted gold to go to 4,500. The first My first prediction was 2023 when gold was at $1,801, and I told people buy, use 0.01 and enter, so that we're going to go to $2,000 and above. And when we got to 2,400, I said, hey, this guy is not coming down now. We're going to go to 4,000, 4,045. And right now, if you look at what gold is doing, gold finally is going to 5,000, and then if care's not taken, maybe by 2023, 2027, 2028, maybe for 2030, we may see gold at $10,000 per ounces. So because it's a safe haven, people are putting it, and that's money are not flowing to some of those crypto now is going to gold. And so you are missing if you don't take advantage of both, commodity, which can be taken advantage of in stock market. I told about some silver-based stock I gave to our community. So let me just check if I can see one of them. Then maybe if you are the type that buy foreign stock, you could look for a way of. I told you that this guy is going to continue going up. So this stock, let me check out quickly. Oh my lovely, lovely, lovely. This space is good if you can pay attention. So let me check quickly. I gave some of our community. I call it silver related stock. Okay, silver related stock. This one is more volatile. EXK. So let me look at it. EXK. Although the market's not yet open, New York Stock Exchange. Okay, I think was last week. I gave it out. And then I think has already moved from that point. Yeah, that was on the what? Okay, that was last week. Yeah, that was last week, and then the move was already happening gradually. We have another one. Some of them are already expensive, so you probably want to go for ones that are more lower in prices. Yeah, so this one too was given last week. Okay, so this is how opportunity in the space roll. Okay, so crypto is suffering some things now because Bitcoin is trying to rebalance itself. Okay, so it returned back again. You can see where it's struggling. This is another block, and so a massive move. It dumped back again, and perhaps they want to dump back to 87,000 region, and probably even 85,000 region. So if you come back to 84,000, 87,000 region, so if you turn back there, we can still find a trade because it has already broken out of this channel, and then we are good to continue moving up. But some trades you may be having a very massive drawdown if you're on any trade, so don't panic. So it's one of those things, and that's how it is. Okay, so if you are stop buying in Nigeria, so you can go ahead and still buy Jais Bank or other banks, like I've said earlier mentioned. So I've told you that we trade here, we maximize opportunity in this market, and then we build up uh, a cash flow system so that you can build up yourself as much as possible. So you can see, so look at Bitcoin for instance. Yeah, so selling point, another move, and then look at gold. I think gold should be correcting again. Okay, here's gold. So gold has done well, so it should be correcting. So it has done well, just a little bit to get. That's the advantage of DCA and then trailing stop loss. So it's moving now and then trying to probably return back to this point again. And then so if you cannot hold here, that means we're going to travel back because there was a gap created before. But don't mind the gap; it's not all the time gold go to fill the gap. But this kind of liquidity void that is creating now, so perhaps you want it to come back to 4,000 580. Now you find another move up and all of that. So if you are the trader, you want to wait for gold to bounce here or back to this PBXP level. So from that point, we can return back up as much as possible. All right. So thank you very much. I'm sure you have learned some things today, and you can't just allow yourself to miss out of the way people are making money from this space. Okay, so if you have any question, you can type on the chat box. I can respond to you. So we have platforms. So if you want to subscribe to Plan B Express Cash Flow Solution Club, I think it's expedient. You need to do that as fast as possible because we're running 90 days challenge already, just starting from the basics so that you understand basic things and then how to take our signals as easy as possible and how to read the auto-generated signals on the platform. And that's going to help you to make more money. So if you have any questions, you can type on the chat box and I quickly respond to you now. All right. Anyone with any question? If you don't have, then I will say thank you for coming. The voice note actually, the voice actually gave us some challenge. I'm sorry about that. Tomorrow will not be so. If you have friends and invite, tell them because tomorrow we could open up some platform and how to register on some platform is what we're going to do tomorrow. How to register on some platform for stock and all of that. So if you have friends, invite them. So we open it, the chat, you know, go log in, verify your account on broker for stock, broker for forex and synthetics, and then exchange for cryptos, and then a broker for okay, yeah, just like that, and then you're able to maximize opportunity in this space. So thank you very much, everyone. Do have a nice time. See you tomorrow. Bye.